I would rate it average, like middle department store customer experience. We are far away from the Apple, the Nike, or the Virgin customer experience. I think everything is disintegrated, clearly not linked, it's clearly not seamless. It's very focused on some customers and not on the others. I think at the end we really need to work on that if we want to stay in the game, because otherwise they will find the information elsewhere and they will just stop accepting talking to us.
I truly don't think we're truly listening to our customers. Our customers are saying one thing, yet we're still pushing information or messages in channels potentially that they might want to be interacted in or that they're not listening to. I think pharma needs to do better at measuring those different touch points within that journey. So for example, if we know that customers visiting our website, are we actually understanding how favorable was that a value interaction for them? Was that a good use of their time? Even down to our sales reps actually talking to that provider, are we understanding, all right, was that valuable for them? Are we just, again, pushing information? So one thing I would take that other customers are doing better is listening.
Our industry, pharma, knows that it needs to provide a better customer experience. We know that, but I think we're relatively unsophisticated in actually providing it. And the reason is because we think that delighting the customer, surprising the customer, entertaining the customer is still this kind of holy grail that we want to achieve. Whereas if you look at the companies that supposedly offer the best customer experience, we're talking people like Amazon, it's actually more about consistency, it's more about having a process, it's more about actually designing the customer experience from the outset and actually following through on that.
Definitely, a lot of things with customer experience can be improved via technology. You can use more user-friendly ways of approaching it. I mean, still I see a lot of pharma companies going out to develop apps. Apps are so extremely hard to develop in a good way. I would say it takes a lot of time, it's not very cost effective. You have to search through the app to find information. If you were, for example, to jump into developing chatbots instead, where you are much more, you get easily in contact with the customers because it's right there on Facebook and it's easy to access. You can just ask the question and you get the answer.
I think what we need to be thinking of when we talk about competition is who's competing for our attention. And it's not necessarily the pharma organisations, it's much more your BBCs, your Facebooks and your Googles. And for me, they're the absolute benchmark for what we should be looking to achieve. And I think to get there, we need to transform our culture and we need to transform the talent within the industry and bring some new people in.
How would I rate how well pharmaceuticals is doing in terms of communicating to others and creating a successful customer experience? We're abysmal. You just take one look at a patient instruction leaflet. That's one of the things that a patient first receives, and it's, absolute nightmare. For people who are well qualified, it's a nightmare. For your average consumer, then it's a disaster.
So without a shadow of a doubt, the customer experience in health is that people want to engage with pharma 24/7. They want to use the digital space, they want to use connecting technologies to have a constant, ongoing discussion with people who provide health solutions.
You need to combine every tactic in a smart way. So you could potentially have a quick elevator call in a face-to-face situation. In a hospital, you see a doctor running down the hallway, they don't have time. So you engage with them personally and they say, actually, we could meet for a remote call later today or tomorrow, whenever it suits you. So you could connect those touch points so that it makes sense and that the doctor also feels, hey, that is something personalized to my needs. The company is finally wanting to see me when I have time, not when they have time. So I think it's about connecting them in a smart way so that the customer experience again is there. Because if they are not connected, there will be no customer experience at all.